Alright, we're back with step 3, the console mast. Step 1, install the console mast cover onto the console mast. Make sure the plastic cover is in the correct orientation. Already got that done. It wants to be, well, let's see. This wants to be facing this way, this wants to face that way. So that would be the correct setup. That facing that way and this facing backwards with the ramp, sort of backwards. And then the next step is to feed the twist tie that is attached to the computer cable and hand pulse cable through the bottom of the console mast tube and through that opening at the top. I had a false start with this last time. I had to start this video back over because I'm gonna need a coat hanger to do some fishing because this wants to get caught in the tube. Oh well, you know, last time I needed the coat hanger. This time, coat hanger is superfluous. So as soon as I think I need it, turns out I don't. So anyway, you got to keep these tight while you're sliding this down to avoid any pinching. And that seems to line up okay with the holes. So here we go. Step 3, install the console mast tube into the receiving tube, gently pulling upwards on the cable ends to prevent pinching, just like I said. Put onto the main frame and then 6 head bolts with 4 flat washers on the sides of the tube and 2 curved washers on the front of the tube by using the 12 to 14 millimeter wrench. Okay, got those set up. Got the 12 to 14 in my pocket with the other 2 bolts, or the other 4 with the flat washers. And let's see if you can see this on the camera. Get this set up. Okay. Well, sort of okay. It's about as good as it's gonna get. So I need to put this through, but it's going to be quite annoying. But go ahead and hand start these. Good news is you can basically tighten them all the way down with your hand. So that's good. Save me some time. We'll do the 2 on the side here. They got this foam rubber thing you're supposed to keep on to prevent the hardware from falling down in. This is a little more problematic because this does not particularly well lined up down here at the bottom. But I don't know what else I'm supposed to do with it because everything else is so well lined up. This one's just going to take a little more finagling. Starting to get it there. Alright, just going to be harder to tighten down, but it'll be alright. I'll put the other 2 on the back side real quick, and you got to use your 12-14 wrench that they give you. It's nice that they include them. I mean, everybody should have a good wrench socket set, but it's nice to have the exact right size right there in the package with some tools that you don't really care if you lose. But if you're doing this and you got a 14 millimeter, 12, 14, and 15 millimeter socket wrenches, that'll save you a lot of grief. It'll go a lot smoother. So let's see, these seem to be These hex bolts seem to be 12 on this one. So that's what you need for step 3, is the 12 millimeter, not the 14. So if you're using a socket wrench, 12 will get it done. So go ahead and get these tightened up. It's a pretty easy step so far. This whole install has been fairly smooth, so kudos to Soul Fitness for making this a fairly simple process thus far. Good on them for that. Now, if I could just do this a little faster, it might be a little more interesting video to watch. You probably fast forward about 2 minutes. If you don't feel like watching me tighten up these 6 bolts. 2 down, 4 to go. These are the curved ones on the front. The curved washers. The bolts are straight, obviously. Nice and tight. And one more curved on the front. If I could hold on to the tool. Nice and tight. There we go. And then last 2 on the side here. Probably the most difficult side. But really looking forward to getting this bike together and giving it a whirl. There weren't a ton of reviews online, but what I did see looked pretty good. The Soul Fitness brand seemed to be fairly reputable. The shipping with ABF was less than ideal. The bike got lost once, or never made it onto a truck. And then, just before this one was supposed to get here, they call me and say, well, we lost it again. So you got to have a 3rd bike shipped. And then they called me back. I said, well, the tracking number says it's supposed to be here. You called and we scheduled a date to ship it, to have it delivered. And everything was fine. And then the day before, they're calling me and saying, well, it's lost again. But then they called me like an hour later and said, oh, our bad. The bike's actually coming. So I got the 2nd bike. But don't know really what happened with the first. They said it got lost. Remove the styrofoam pad. Yeah, factory installed. Okay, that's easy enough. So there we go. That's nice and in place. Styrofoam pad served its purpose. Last step for step 3. Remove the plastic tie from the center of the handlebar. Install the mast handlebar assembly onto the console mast with 2 hex head bolts, 2 flat washers, and 2 split washers using the 12-14 millimeter wrenches. So the 12 end again. I already have the bolts set up. You can see they got a flat washer and then a split washer, if this will focus. Well, it doesn't want to focus, but I think you can at least tell through the blurriness that there's 2 things there. There we go, focus. Flat washer, split washer. Move this over here. See if we can figure this out. Alright. Here's our handlebar. And the thing that they're talking about is just a cable tie that's talking about removing right here. No, I had a pair of scissors over here. There it is. That's the other thing you need for this step. Pair of scissors. So I should have mentioned that in the beginning. But if you're watching all the way through and before you do your own install, there you go. You need a pair of scissors. Cut this cable tie off. Okay. Let's see how this works. Okay. Based on the picture. Not entirely certain. I know that I want it to be this way. But it doesn't seem to. But I want it to be like this, I guess. No? Oh, okay. Alright. Duh. Alright, that's easy enough. That was stupid of me. See if we can show. Got this bar mount here. See if I can line up a decent enough shot. Yeah, that works. Okay, so they are going to be like this. Alright, get this lined up. I'm just hand tightening it again, just to get this on here, and then we'll tighten it down and we'll have a handlebar set up. If I can just get this hole lined up. Alright, there we go. I think that's it finally. Does not want to cooperate. Let's try. You can see this was another step that probably would have been easier for a second set of hands, but I'll get it figured out here. Maybe. Gotta show the flaws with the good stuff on this assembly video. Gotta show you the stuff that's not going right and the stuff that's going perfectly. Maybe if this bolt will be better suited for over here. Try this again. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. One more. Get this lined up appropriately. Alright. Well, maybe alright. I think that's the problem. I'm not sure if these holes are correct. Oh, wait. I think we got it. I think. There we go. Just needed more of a tilt to it. Get it flatter. See if I have a lot of luck. Switch this camera angle around so you can see struggles. Get this bolt in fine. Try tightening it down a little bit. I don't want to tighten it too much before I do the other one, but there's a start. Then we get over here, we don't really get so much cooperation. Let's see. This seems nice and flat and lined up. There we go. Oh, come on. Come on. You know you want to cooperate. Wait. Now we're getting somewhere. No! I had it started. It's like it's cross-threaded or something. Like, just does not want to go in right. It keeps appearing that I've got it, and it just doesn't want to give me any love. What is going on? I don't understand what's going wrong here. We're gonna get it though. We are gonna get it. Okay. See, that feels like I'm in there. But then as soon as I want to turn it, it just doesn't want to go. I do not understand. There it feels like it's in, and then it's out. In and then out, in and then out. I think maybe it's this little burr here. Maybe that is my problem. There's a little paint burr. Maybe it was blocking me. Pop that off. There we go. Come on. Come on. Come to Papa. Now we're getting somewhere. Yes. I think that was my problem. That little piece of powder coating wasn't letting me reach the threads properly. I didn't want to tighten down. So, get the real-time mistake action with these videos. This is really how long it's taking me. No practice. So, this ought to be a pretty fair benchmark for people without a lot of skills. I've never done this before. Put this together. So, I believe that marks the end of step 3. It does. Alright folks, we're getting close. Thanks for watching, and move on to the next one.